Hey fellows, Ardeshir is here with another video about the startup visa programs. If you have watched my previous video, I have covered different countries that they provide a startup visa program. And in this video, I want to talk about Spain a startup visa or whatever they call it, entrepreneur visa or whatever. And if you are new to this channel, so far I have created different types of visa programs. For example, sort of visa UK, Portugal, Ireland, Italy, Chile, Belgium, French, French Tech visa, which is France, and Malta. And I'm going to research more and more and more and share all of my findings with you so that we can find out what country and what startup program is the best and suitable for us to launch our startup. So let's dive right in and research to see if there is any suitable program for us or not. As usual, I start my research with Google and startup visa Spain to see what are the available links. Okay, so we can briefly check AI overview to see more or less what is going on this visa. The Spain startup visa, also known as entrepreneur visa, so we could say that this is the way they call this visa, allows non-EU citizens, so it's just for non-EU. It's like most of the startup programs inside Europe, allows non-EU citizens to reside in Spain for up to 3 years while establishing and developing an innovative business designed for individuals with scalable, tech-driven, or high-impact projects. This visa can be renewed for an additional 2 years, and after 5 years, applicants may be eligible for long-term residency. Family members can also accompany the applicant. Okay, so basic information is good to know. And there is one, okay, there is one link which is for government. Okay, let's see about the first link, which is from government, gov.es. So that should be the government website. Usually it's gov, but probably the way they say it is gov.es. So entrepreneur visa, this visa is updated on 2024. It's like last year. Visa for foreigner moving to Spain to carry out the procedures necessary to undertake an innovative entrepreneurial activity of particular economic interest for Spain. The following family members of the entrepreneur may also obtain the visa. Required documents for the entrepreneur: national visa application form, which each applicant or their representative must complete and sign a visa application form. Photograph, valid and expired passport, favorable report on the project, financial means, criminal record, and specifically mentioned for UK criminal record, they need to submit in different way. Health insurance, proof of residence in the consular district, proof of representative identity and capacity, payment of the visa. And there are some documents for family members. Procedures. This is mostly about visa, so it's not about the actual startup program and requirements. So definitely we can come back to that website to know more about the visa process. But before that, we need to understand the requirement. As far as I see, the website is not well maintained, and the information that they provided is not like some other countries, like the UK or even like Malta that they mention everything. So in those kind of situations, I usually have no option rather than go and ask AI. Uh, so one of the AIs that I usually trust is Perplexity.ai, which I go there and start researching because it's online, it's connected, and we can understand about the overall condition of this visa. Right. So let's start uh, researching in a different way. Senior immigrant advisor for Spain. Your task is to give me official information about Spain startup visa. Uh, include re- startup visa requirements and financial uh, and also processing time details. Also include uh, reference. Let's see. So I try to give a proper prompt to make sure that we can receive a quality response. Okay, so as you can see, there are some links that we have here as reference. So Spain startup or entrepreneur visa official information requirement. What is a Spain startup visa? The Spain startup visa is a residency permit for non-EU nationals who wish to launch and run an innovative, scalable business project in Spain. It's regulated under Law 14, which was 2013, and specifically target entrepreneurs with business ideas bringing special economic value to the country. Main requirements, business criteria. It should be innovative in a way that the business must be novel and innovative, not an existing conventional model. For example, not a standard cafe or hair salon. So it can't be like that. Also, it should be economic interest. The project should contribute to Spain's economic growth, job creation, and present investment opportunities. Viable business plan. A detailed business plan must be prepared and validated by the Spanish government agency. So there is an agency here that they need to approve us. So could be similar to Portugal. Then, if you are interested to Portugal, I already applied to Portugal, and you can check that video that I explained about the process that I went through and also the way I applied, and I explain everything there. So, a viable business plan, a detailed business plan must be prepared and validated by the Spanish government. We said that. Education and experience, preferred but not strictly required, is proof of relevant education or business experience in the project's field. Okay. Then, as personal and documentary requirements, it should be a non-EU, non-EEA, and Swiss citizens, be at least 18 years old, no criminal record in the last 5 years, not residing illegally in Spain at the time of application, full coverage Spanish health insurance, proof of residence in your consular district, valid passport, minimum 1 year validity, passport size photos, Favorable report from ENISA, which is like a agency or incubator on the business plan's viability. Also, bank account or proof of sufficient financial means, criminal background check, university diploma or work experience, minimum 2 years in the relevant field, and payment of the visa fee. Right, financial requirements. No minimum business investment is required. Nice. You can set up a company with as little as €1 thanks to Spain's Create and Grows law. Proof of personal financial means. Approximately 30,000 to €33,000. Amount varies slightly by year and source for the main applicant held in bank account. Right, so they don't want you to invest in the business apparently, but there's a huge but, which is you need to have like 30K in your bank account, which is a lot of money for us. On top of that, an additional around €12,000 per spouse and about €4,000 per child. Some sources suggest tying these requirements to 100% of the IPRM. Okay, so there is an index like Portugal that they have. They call it IPREM, Public Multiple Effect Income Indicator. And based on that, they multiple that number that they update every year to a specific number, and the final amount should be in your bank account, which is around €7,200 per year. But practical advice and counselor instruction consistently recommend the higher figures above for approval. So it's a bit confusing here. So we can find out about this IPRM. Okay, let's search about that. Spain IPREM index amount. The Spanish IPREM index for 2025 remains at €600 per month or €7,200 per year. This figure is the standard reference for many income-based calculations, particularly for visa applications, and has not been adjusted from the 2024. For example, a non-lucrative visa application requires demonstrating 400% of the IPRM, which equates to 28,000 annually. So they said like 100% of that index, it should be this number, €7,200 per year. So that should be okay, but I don't understand this number. I trust this more than the other one because it's based on an index, and yeah, let's say €7,200 per year for 1%. Additional fees like visa fees and this kind of stuff between €80 until €167. And okay, let's see about application and processing steps. First of all, we need to prepare a business plan, write a detailed innovative plan, and submit it to ENISA for validation. So this is the agency, Spain ENISA. Very nice Google reviews. From 20 Google reviews, 2.6. So I would imagine that they don't respond very fast. That could be one of the reasons. Okay, this is the incubator. Via ENISA, we provide small and medium-sized enterprises that wish bolster the innovative entrepreneurial endeavor with financial support. We are a state-owned company that falls under management of the General Director of Industry Strategy and Small Businesses. Mission So these are just not much important for the time being. They mentioned the amount of loans granted, companies financed, and also millions euros invested in the startups and businesses. Financing options, young entrepreneurs, and growth. So, young entrepreneurs aim at recently established small and medium-sized enterprises and startups set up by young people so that necessary investments during the business ventures earlier stages can be made. Requirements. Your company will need to have been established no more than 2 years before making the application. Most of the financial capital must be in the hands of physical person of no more than 40 years of age. So there is a minimum age for this program, for this specific plan. And your partners will have to provide at least 50% of the value of the approved loan in financial capital or own funds. Conditions: 25,000 minimum quantity euros, maximum quantity 75,000 euros, maximum maturity 7 years, and maximum interest only period 5 years. So these are just for like investing in your project. Digital women entrepreneurs, they also support that. And yeah, so let's see what else they have. A certificate to a startup. I guess this is the right one, but it's Spanish. Learn about the startup law. Certification process. Are you interested in starting a certification process if you have a username and password? So I would say probably we need to sign up to this website, which is the Spain like endorsing body agency or incubator, and see how is their progress. So at least we know that there is a website that check everything. And then so first of all we need to prepare our business plan and submit it to that incubator, that agency. So this is the first step. And second step is gather all required paperwork, including criminal background checks, financial proof, insurance, and identity documents. And then apply for visa from abroad, submit at the Spanish consul. So we need to apply and see how is the progress, how is the process actually. So how long does it take and what kind of documents they want you, if there is any interview or something. And after that, probably we need to receive a letter or something that prove that we already confirmed our seat. And then we can collect more documents, personal documents, and business wise as well. Apply for visa. The processing timeline here mentioned assessment of the business plan, generally 2 to 3 months, and for residence authorization officially within 20 business days of receiving a complete application. And then you enter Spain. Right. So the references was government of Spain, and Spanish consulate London, checklist and instruction from the London embassy, a specialized immigration law firm, and guidance for 2025. Right. So I opened one of the links and I realized that this is the document from the government website, gov.es. And let's see what is it. It's a PDF file. So it said large business and strategic groups units. Um, a startup in Spain. Information for migrant entrepreneur. If you are a non-EU national willing to start a startup, an innovative business of particular economic interest in Spain, you can take advantage of a Spanish migration scheme for entrepreneurs. These are two options: a startup visa if you are outside of Spain and you need to come to Spain to make the necessary arrangement to do business here. Also, a residence permit if you are currently in Spain and can set up the business. There are neither minimum capital requirements nor a minimum number of jobs to create. The Spanish system is based on a case by case analysis. For this reason, business plans are required to know if the activity has a special economic interest for Spain or not. Who has to apply for the visa or residence permit? Entrepreneur. So very general. Uh, how long does the permit last? Visa 1 year, residence permit 2 year, renewal of the residence permit over 2 years. But I feel like the document is a bit outdated. So how is the project assessed? The applicant's professional profile, professional experience, as well as involvement in the project, the business plan, and description of the project, business activity to be performed, a startup date, location, plan, legal, everything, form of the company, a potential economic impact of the investment, description of the estimated number of jobs that may be created and their duties, the same as other countries, description of the product or service, market analysis, assessment of the market, financing, investment required, source of financing, and financial plans. Um, so I feel like this is a bit old, so it's a bit unreliable as for 2013. So I don't know, maybe they have changed. But as you can see, they didn't explain very well on the website, and it's not like other some of the countries. So even Portugal, which is not very bureaucratic, um, they have a they have a better website. At least they have an agency. They prepare the proper PDF file that how is the progress, how is the process exactly, how long does it take, even though they don't care about the process that the processing time that they mention. So for me, it took more than 4 months, and I haven't heard anything from them. And Spain is also very popular in terms of visa, in terms of tourism, and especially in summer, which is a high season and very peak time. If you apply during this time, definitely it takes longer. And I would say it could be like Portugal, even maybe worth, because it's, as you can see, it's not as famous as Portugal, and the infrastructure and the explanation and even their website is not very well prepared for this specific visa program. So still, my opinion would be like I might apply for this visa, but I'm not saying that this is the best visa program for me, because I know that it takes time, and especially because the Spain passport is very valuable, and also because the Spain is a very touristic place, so it takes time, and they are very picky as far as I heard to. They might have interview for the visa process, so generally it takes long, and also the language, so it's Spanish, it's a bit difficult for me, and also everything is like not very prepared and bureaucratic. So that's all about the Spain startup visa program. There isn't much more information about this startup visa program. And if I want to be honest with you, I might not apply for this program because it's not, the best option, I would say. And also, if you check my previous videos, I have explained everything about other countries and whether I want to apply or not. Some countries worth apply, even though maybe the living costs are expensive, but at least you know that the process is better. And also, one of the things that is important for me is to have a good website. Like when you go to like Portugal or like UK, you can find useful information. And based on that, you can find out that, okay, whatever question that come to my mind, I can find out on their website to some extent. But some governments like this, they don't have even basic information. So that could be problematic, to understand and process the information very well. That's why I don't recommend for myself, but I'm not about you. Hopefully, this video have been useful for you, and see you in next videos. And please watch the other videos that I have in the playlist that I created, a startup visa across the world, and you can find out what is the best visa for you. Thank you. See you later.